in absorbing our graduates. Chair, we have also a representative from the Uganda. Yes, we have the executive director of Uganda Institute of Uganda Industry and Research Institute, Professor Charles Kwesiga has come. Yeah, Professor has partnered with the board to ensure that we enhance our research and innovation area of assessment. We also have a representative from the Uganda Allied Health Examination Board. Yes. We have the Director, National Curriculum Development Center, Dr. Grace Waguma. The center is in charge of designing the curriculum for TVET for certificate trainees. At this juncture, Chief Guest, allow me to invite I'm sorry for a while. Yes, Chair, I'm going to inconvenience you a bit. I'm sorry. May I take the opportunity to request that the board members of UBTEB introduce the chairperson by standing up. I mean to the chief guest. Thank you. Our chief guest, that is the board, and is the one which provides strategic direction and oversight to UBTEB. Thank you very much. I take this opportunity to invite the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Education and Sports, to address the gathering. Thank you. Doctor, you're welcome.
Our chief guest, the Honorable Minister of State for Higher Education, Dr. J.C. Muingo, all our valued stakeholders in your various capacities, I will just adopt the protocol that has already been stated. So excited to see all of you here, and I really want to welcome you to this function. Honorable Minister, when I looked at the program, mine is to invite you to address your stakeholders. But before I do that, permit me to just say a few things, and then I'll invite you. First and foremost, permit me to welcome you. I want to add my voice to that of the chairperson and that of the executive secretary to welcome you dearly to this function at Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board, and of course to welcome everybody else who is here. I want to thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for always finding time to officiate at this function, and these functions actually. In the directorate, we take these functions as very, very important. Each time we release examinations, we are taking stock of what has happened in the year and where we need to go. Because each time these results are released, we also learn from them what has happened. We get advice, we get recommendations, we take the opportunity to take stock of the improvements that are needed. And so we value these occasions very, very much. On our directorate calendar, these are very, very important occasions. Release of results also, Honorable Minister, gives us an opportunity to account to the public, because resources are spent by both government and parents. And so at a time we do accountability to the public that we have trained and here are the skills that we are giving out to you. It's also an opportunity for us to add to the human resource of the country. That's our role. And so each time we release results, it means we are releasing skills to the public, and therefore we are adding to the pool of human resources that we have for the country, and they are happy. Today we are adding 50,000 people skilled to the human resource of this country, and definitely great. And we are excited to do this. It's also an opportunity to publicize TVET. And when I see this here, I get excited because I know tomorrow we will the paper deals with the issues of TVET, and this is the way that promote TVET as we move on. So we are excited. One day on behalf of the ministry and especially technical staff that will all the support to ensure that TVET is promoted and do all we can to support the board as well. Honorable Minister, will not, this is your occasion. The people are waiting this from you, and therefore it's now my singular honor and privilege to invite you to talk to your people. Honorable Minister.
Our director, who is at the same time standing in for the permanent secretary, this gentleman who has been introducing people told us the members of parliament. I hope they are there, and I want to address them as my colleagues, the whole members of parliament. I see them if they are there. You know they are new, many of you don't know them. Oh, on the way coming. Okay. Chairpersons of Education Service Commission and Public Service Commission, our permanent secretary, Yarita, the Secretary, Education Service Commission, members, chairperson, and members of the board of UBTEB. Allow me to observe the protocol presented by the people who spoke before me. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I stand here to represent the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Mama Janet Museveni, who was invited to preside over this function, but because of her important state duties elsewhere, she has not been able to come, but she gave me her message, which I'll deliver. But before I deliver her message, as a supervisor of this board and all activities, allow me to comment if we get into the sense of the day as prepared by Mama. One, I want to thank UBTEB, the board, management, and the staff for the beautiful work you do in UBTEB. We have many examination bodies, but you do excel, and I know. Just look at their function. Very beautiful function, well organized. They keep time. Oh, thank you for good managers. But most importantly, I'm greatly impressed with the involvement of the world of work, involvement of the industry. I was very happy when I saw Professor coming all the way from Yuri to come and grace this function with his presence. Professor, welcome and thank you very much. Thank you. We need these people, we need the industry to go with us. We should build a very strong bond between what we do as education and the consumers of our products. So that they stop that blame game. Your products, your products, your product. UBTEB, I love you for that, and continue looking up people. I want to say almost everybody, that's why I call it a beautiful function. When I see public service, you has your jobs. You should be able to see and tell us that you are wrong here, wrong there. I say Education Service Commission, all of it, the chairman is here, the secretary is here. That you here. I see cultural development. Oh, Grace, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I've taken note of the achievements. I've taken in note with appreciation of the changes. I've even taken serious note of the recommendations. And please be assured that after here, I'm going to report back, and something will definitely come out of your areas. And thank you very much. Now allow me to the message. She says, I'm pleased to be here with you and present your program examination results. I congratulate the board. I congratulate the candidates, parents, guardians on today's achievements. As the Ministry of Education and Sports, we are very proud to release another set of skilled artisans and technicians in technical business profession. This is in line with the aspirations of the NRM government, which aims to have young personnel equipped with employable skills and address the youth unemployment challenge. In order to secure the future of our young people, government is continuing with a progressive reform agenda in the education sector. We have made plans to modularize technical, vocational education and training in the National Development Plan 3. This will boost productivity and technological advancement for sustainable development. Our institution in TVET have begun to see a positive trajectory with the number of trainees graduating from TVET institutions steadily increasing in the recent years. I would like to thank parents for choosing skills-oriented career path for our children. This is a sure way of facilitating improved livelihood by empowering students to create jobs, enhance innovation, and drive production. I wish to appeal to the industry and other stakeholders to support the government's call to embrace to support TVET trainees at all levels. Parents and the general public should encourage our youth to join technical and vocational education to enable the skilling of all our youth in Uganda. The economy needs more middle cadre technicians and artisans. Developed countries like Germany were able to support their industrialization agenda by mobilizing youth to a state can borrow a lead from their success stories as we shoulder on with our efforts to achieve middle status by 2040. I wish our candidates could get that appetite, strong desire to join it. We will have solve many problems, particularly unemployment. I put the body's facilitation of flexible assessment through modular assessment, which is in line with the TVET policy of 2019 that provides for reforms on flexibility in provision of TVET. This will enable smooth progression of TVET graduates. Taken note of the request of the board chair to fast-track the TVET bill to streamline training and assessment in TVET. The Ministry will step up its efforts toward the realization of this goal. This is in addition to reform already implemented, which includes designing TVET from higher education through the creation of separate TVET with the departments of TVET operations and management, TVET trainers training, research and innovation, and health education and training. I am optimistic that once TVET is passed, TVET training delivery, assessment and evaluation will be streamlined. I have noted that the board has embarked on the construction of the assessment center, and the government has also planned to allocate 4 billion Uganda shillings in financial return 2022 to kickstart the project in a phased manner. Contain state-of-the-art testing workshop to serve as a center of technology and innovation. I wish also to appreciate the offer of a sizable piece of land to UBTEB, the Uganda Investment Authority. I welcome the body's plan to establish a warehouse on this land, as well as a business incubation and innovation center. I therefore pledge the support of the Ministry to completion of this project. Allow me to also applaud the efforts of the board for utilizing the online platforms through the examination information management system to register trainees and upload continuous assessment marks. This minimizes physical contacts and reduces the chances of spreading COVID-19. It's commendable that the board is making preparations to conduct online assessment of TVET trainees at an appropriate time. We must note, in order to overcome the profound challenges that have confronted the education sector since the outbreak of the pandemic, the Ministry of Education and Sports has undertaken several measures to ensure continuity of learning during the continued lockdown. The technical team is doing all it takes to ensure that learning continues. Whether there is video or not, learning must continue. I like to call on the staff, our staff, teachers, lecturers, whatever they are, and the trainees in the TVET institutions to go for vaccination. As government undertakes measures to reopen education institutions. Probably here I must clarify something about reopening. I have been seeing, reading in the papers, hearing a lot of things about school reopening. And I'm sure some of you have been used, isn't it? It's not true that government of my ministry has come up yet with the dates for school reopening. This is not true. You are saying next 2 weeks, 1 week, 3 weeks. No. We have not come up with this. We have not even come up with a formula how this is going to happen. We are still planning. We are consulting. At an appropriate time, a formal communication will be made. What you hear some of the colleagues have been saying, all these are consultations. And I want to, all these are consultations. And I'll tell you that at the end of all these consultations, all this planning is on community. Somebody should tell you that tomorrow, next week, no. And please understand, this decision was taken to protect you and protect me, protect our children, protect our parents from them. You know, must have seen what happened when we don't any of the Uganda die. We have the authority to plan better. So allow us to do the plan, allow us to do the consultations at an appropriate time. Consider all these advice and make this country. So I felt something about that. So grateful to the parents who are continuing to supply needs, special needs. You saw some special needs coming up. This is a reflection of the commitment towards education. I'm glad to learn that the board has established a special team to attend to issues of training with special needs. I'm very happy about it. I congratulate these trainers upon the successful completion of their courses, and I appeal to Ugandans to ensure that no child is left behind when training assessment. Even maybe some other thing, but we want everybody to have this, that him or her either up at your or fit to the available jobs. Those kids must be, everybody should fight to have those, that. It's very fortunate that the body has recommended the wording, isolation of some reason due to exemption malpractice. I'm fed. I don't want to hear this again, people. If we are telling about 36, let's do everything possible so that next time we have nothing, zero people following extension malpractices. The ministry condemns any practice that takes the image of institutions. And I urge all our students to work hard, achieve success on merit. It's their feeling and emerging successful, have long and hard life. You should enjoy your struggle by doing things the right way and getting some work. And I once again wish you all the guardian, and the work. In any measure, I would like to commend the board and the staff of the ministry agencies that ensure smooth conduct of examinations. I now appeal to the graduates to be active in showcasing a skills with world of work in work employment opportunities and improve the livelihood of our community. It's now my honor to read the results from the December 2020 assessments to the public. For God, my country, thank you much for listening.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much for the ceremony.
Before you add anything, as these results, I want to encourage everybody to go for TVT programs, including those who have completed PhDs, senior, for everybody, because this is where money is. This is where money is from. This is where work is. This is where employment is. Please, somebody was saying yesterday, please don't talk about this because everybody will leave the university to be student. That's my prayer. Because I feel very offended when I go to pass out graduates from this university. And when you know very well that many of them are going to just run the streets for money. They know it the streets the years. They know the jobs are there and where money was from. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister and guest. Honorable Minister, we are with the ceremony signing of memorandum of understanding between the board and the three industries, National Water and Solution. We have Uganda International Institute, and then we have Uganda National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Honorable Minister, start were going to be the technical advisor of the Facility of Education and Sports. He is at the same time the Ministry Publication Officer, Dr. Mujibu. I request you start for Kuguna. Thank you. At the time, I invite the ceremony. Yes, so we are starting with the Uganda Industrial Research Institute and Executive Director. You are invited to come aside and list Secretary of the Board. This is a jovial moment. We are walking the talk about the industry involved in the threatening harassment. Yes, yes. Professor is heading his signature. Thank you, Professor. Curie. Yes, it is done. The chairperson of the board. Thank you, Chair. The executive secretary of the board. And we have the marketing and communications manager, Yuri, as a witness. Thank you very, very much. Professor, yes, thank you. Where about? No, I take from there. Next, about guide. National Water Corporation, Dr. Rose, come forward. Dr. Rose is representing the Managing Director of National Water Corporation. Yes, and the chairperson of the board. Thank you. Then the Executive Secretary of the board. May I request the Operations Secretary? Oh, I will be an photo. Takamba may be guide again. Next is the Ghana National Chair of Commerce and Industry. Ambra forward. She's the Secretary General of the Chambers. Okay, the person, the Executive Secretary. Thank you, everybody. May be blessed. Chief guest, we're coming close to the conclusion of the ceremony. But this is to request that the media, if you have the questions and you expect answers, our chief guest won't move away from where he is and the entire delegation. So you will be requested to join and go for session. We will request to the question and answer session, group tour, Mr. Kamba, when that time comes. Still, we don't expect the to move. For the office of the MC, I'm Godfrey Wamani Wagamba, the principal of the board. I'm going to stand up in all of our country and we sing the national answers. We are singing all the answers for. Thank you.